Peace. Assalamu alaikum. Happy holidays.
It's time to get it, bro.
It is. That's probably a spell in and of itself, you know?
Definitely, bro.
No, yeah, absolutely.
It's definitely a mental game, bro. It's a mental game that we dealing with right during the quote unquote holidays, bro.
Happy holidays. You think Christmas tree. You think ornaments. You think presents under the tree. Automatically, it's like, oh, it's time to go buy some shit.
No, seriously. In the name of giving.
Yeah.
But definitely a lot of receiving.
Yeah.
And then developing entitlement.
Yep.
And this entitlement starts as a child.
Yep.
The narcissism starts as a child.
Yep.
If the false sense of if I behave,
ooh,
right, a transactional relationship with receiving.
Yeah.
And like doing good for the sake of only getting what you want.
Doing good for the sake of materialism. Man.
Come on, bro. It's a lot of layers, bro.
Rewarding your psychology with materialistic treats and trinkets, man. Damn. It's literally all about getting it. Because, no, do not get it twisted. I loved Christmas as a child.
We all did, bro. Of course.
No, I very much. But and we're going to pray. It's like we have to pray after opening up and happy holidays to clear that out.
Let's pray.
But I do want to say that, like, that's the spell. The spell is for the children. They grow up man, you can make an argument that the holiday season is what is the spell that traps you into the ritual of commercialism as a youth.
Oh, bro.
Right?
Come on.
Bro. Yeah, no.
Come on, bro.
Damn.
Let's talk about it.
No.
Let's pray and let's talk about it, bro.
And then one more point. No, this is real. No.
Bro, I told you, bro.
No.
Get real.
This is real.
I just intentionally set the boundaries because I know the psychology.
Yeah.
We talking about something real. Like,
no, this is a real.
We talking about Chris. We talking about, bro. We talking about a lot of layers of like spending all your money, feeling depressed. The merger of love and romanticism in it.
Facts.
Right.
In the name of Christ.
That,
bro,
as one aspect, mind you, all the other aspects can't be removed from it. That's one part of it.
No,
but the other parts are still the other parts.
But
it's not just a Judeo-Christian thing. It's a Roman thing with a lot of layers to it.
It's a exclusively Roman. Saturnalia, I believe, is what it was. One of the Roman holiday that was quote unquote Christmas before Jesus. But no, it's very much.
Come on, we know Saturn. We know who Saturn is.
Yeah, exactly.
God of time.
Boom.
The Father.
Yeah.
Temu.
And then you do this run up, this reverie to ramp up to the new year, and then you're in a trance for this new year. You're in a spell. Man, it's real. And then you repeat for thousands of years. Welcome to Rome.
And then you start off. Then you quote unquote start off the new year, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Exhausted, depleted. You giving all your energy to these last couple holidays.
Yep.
Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Bro,
you didn't gave all your money is depleted, bro.
Facts.
People spend over 60% of their money in the last quarter.
Yeah.
Because the money you make, you're not retaining it. You are spending it. And then you start off the new year obese because you've been eating so much.
Facts.
And winter, you naturally gain weight. So you start off the new year broke, fat.
Yeah.
And unmotivated.
Financially depleted. Yeah. Man. Let's open up. In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, all praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve. Thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Thank you, Lord, for bringing us here and dissecting a world that is ultimately built against your will as an experiment of wickedness. But we're here, and we're going to do battle, and we love and serve you alone. Ameen.
Ameen. It's long. It's real, bro.
It was is real.
Christmas, I just respectfully set the boundary, bro, and I don't even engage with it too much because you're not gonna win.
No. And
You
I'm
can't beat Christmas.
I'm glad you opened up. I'm glad you mentioned Halloween because that's all devil.
What do you start? What are you opening up
Darkness.
yourself up
The
to?
darkness.
Come on, Mo.
The darkness. You're opening that door to the darkness. Man.
Mind control, witchcraft,
All of
demonology,
it. Super. Yeah. So all of it.
necromancy,
All of
a lot
it.
of layers to it.
All
Horogram,
horror. Yeah.
and it's how you starting off winter.
Yeah. It's the darkness. Yeah. Hey, it's like winter. Okay, winter is coming.
Yeah.
Winter's coming.
Like you're concluding fall, going into winter,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. 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 And it's
Scorpio season.
yes, Scorpio.
You already highly emotional. You
Yep.
already your desires, and you already in dark because you definitely dealing with Scorpio energy already.
Facts.
Then you going into Sag energy.
Yep. Fire, Saggy, say whatever the fuck you want to energy. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
And
you
then,
start playing. Then you start tapping into Cap, man.
and then
Capricorn.
Oh, Capricorn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember this period. I don't really see Sag. I don't really have too much traction with that one. You know what I mean? Like I remember Capricorn season last year. But Sag, because I remember putting in work for Capricorn.
Mm-hmm.
But Sag, I don't really remember like specifically like the energy we were on this specific point last year. But yeah, I don't remember being so seeing the demonic influence of this period of time in this Roman calendar so blatantly last year. I knew what it was theoretically last year, but this year I'm like, oh man, this is all devil, all devil. Like I used to like Christmas trees even last year. Like, oh, there's. I mean, I know what it is, but it's still cool. But now I'm like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. And it comes with the strategy of setting boundaries with it.
That's it, bro.
Because you and I both have Christian families that love and celebrate the holidays a lot.
I'm
It's not going to change.
It's not going to change.
It's not going to change.
And I learned that that's so like I don't gotta be against it. I
No.
could just not indulge in it for my own mental health.
Exactly.
Because it's not even like a judgment. It's just like, hey, this is based upon all my research and my study, and based upon my belief systems, and based upon my religion and my spirituality. This is how I view it, and I'm not asking you to view it as how I view it. I'm asking you to respect the fact that I view it like this.
That's right.
And I won't ruin it for you.
Yeah.
But don't try to pull me or make me do it, because then you're gonna get a different side.
Facts.
Then you're gonna get the condescending, disrespectful. Let me read you, Temu, as opposed to just like, nah, it's all love.
Yeah. Cool.
But I know I'm not about to.
Don't
It's too many mind fucks going on at the same time to me, bro.
Don't pull me up under your spell. And it's funny, like
Trees, gifts, Jesus, the winter solstice itself, right? For what that actually is, the sun going into its darkest, and we having the most amount of dark.
Yeah.
And then that you transition from that, actually seeing Sirius again. These are real. You can really see it. You
Yeah.
can really December 25th. You could really see Sirius again.
Yeah.
December 23rd and 24th are really the darkest days of the year.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like it's like the witchcraft around the events.
That's right.
Is the that I gotta set the boundary for.
No.
Because there is a lot of
Facts.
like things going on in the universe with it. It's a real thing. It is a real thing.
It's a very real spiritual, metaphysical thing that we're going through.
Definitely.
And it's a beautiful part. And I'm really glad we had Dr. Pooch that told us like about the metaphysics behind why we fast, or why it is accustomed to fast during to celebrate Ramadan during December to offset the negative spiritual ramification of this time of the year, and then take advantage of the positive aspects, which involves, I don't remember specifically what he said, but it involves a star of Sirius and setting your attention in line with its movement in the part of a galaxy. But the point is I did that last year, and I'm still realizing that all of my intention that I set through, I'm walking into it now. I'm like closing. I'm like, oh wow, It happened.
Yeah.
It happened.
On December 20, like you can't see Sirius for a few days during the darkest time.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the 25th,
Yeah.
when the sun resurrects, that's why I say the sun is the Christ is born, because this is the birth of the sun.
Yeah.
The sun goes out from the darkest, and now we're starting the trajectory again from the sun going back up into spring.
Yes.
This is the flow. It has literally went here, and now it hit here. Now we're heading here.
Yeah.
That's the birth of the star, the birth of the Christ, the birth of the sun.
Yes, sir.
Got it.
Facts.
But then the Jesus thing get thrown in it, and then we, like you said, at this point, we know that Jesus wasn't born.
No, Jesus was not born on
on
December 20th.
December.
Remember, let's clear that. Jesus was not born on December 25th. He was born, they say, during the first couple weeks of September. We don't actually know because they kept it secret because they tried to kill him.
Which is cool. If that's the point, then it's okay. This is the time we
Which
choose.
is Virgo season, which makes sense. Resurrection. Makes sense.
This is the time we choose to honor that. I respect that. This is the time we're going to take the time to choose to honor it.
The Romans choose, yeah.
Like you said, a lot of undertone of Saturn energy.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Which is, once again, the loop. Saturn is going around the rings and starting back. If you don't get past Saturn rings, if you don't get past Saturn's rings,
then
you're gonna, what are you going to do? If you don't get past this holiday, what do you do a week later?
Yeah. What do you do a week later?
The new year.
Back in the loop. Back in the loop. Damn. And it's called the Roman holiday that Christmas is dressed over. It's Saturnalia, bro. Go back into the loop. Don't go past these rings. Go back into the loop.
Don't ascend into a new layer, a new year. Start from again, we're going to throw you back into the schizophrenic ass calendar.
Yes.
Again. That doesn't make any sense.
No.
That's a lie. We're going to randomly tell you that the new year starts right after Saturnalia.
Facts. No, seriously. Right after.
Now you didn't get past Saturn rings, so start again.
Yeah. Yep.
That's what we dealing with. We're dealing with Roman shit, like real Roman shit.
No, the real Roman shit we started Virgos is talking about, calling it out about Roman time. Now we're feeling the effects of Roman time.
Roman time, bro.
Roman time.
We've been doing it for thousands of years.
Man,
we stay on a loop, so we don't even process that we on Roman time.
That's right.
We never question our calendar.
This loop, this Saturnalian loop, is their loop. Just like, no, you stay on our time, you stay in our calendar, you stay in our universe, you stay in our dimension.
Yeah, bro.
Because we've talked about getting deep about Rome being a spiritual dimension.
Definitely.
It's
a principality. It's an institutional. It's a governing body.
Yeah.
It's a mindset. It's an empire, bro.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's an empire.
It's an empire.
And that's really that's the foundation.
It's not like a physical thing.
No, it's an empire.
You're under our jurisdiction.
Facts. No, seriously. And that jurisdiction encompasses your mind, body, and spirit. Your time. All of it.
Literally.
All of it.
And how you view reality.
Facts.
We indoctrinate you with how you view this whole thing. It doesn't matter how you feel or what you think you want to do. You're going to wake up and do what we say do.
Facts.
Because you're going to wake up and do what we say do.
Yeah. No, for real. This is our time.
Yeah.
This is what you do.
You're going to do what we say do because you're doing what we say to do.
Yeah.
And until we, this is almost good. Until we don't do what they said do, we can't think about not doing what they said to not do.
No.
When we still doing what they said do. And we still have our whole spinning habits and our whole flow. Of how we live our day-to-day based upon their paradigm.
Yeah. And that's the difficulty.
Every step right back from the jump. Do it and go right back.
Yeah, and that's the difficulty. What we're doing is like there are aspects of our life that are caught up in this loop, this time. It can't be avoided. And there's also a part of us that exists outside this continuum that is trying to propel us forward. So that's where the stretching and the pressure comes from.
Yeah.
And it's very real.
Yeah.
And it's
like the Matrix, bro, where he has to constantly
toggle between
go in,
Zion Matrix.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And even getting stuck like with the train, man. Matrix 2, where there are entities outside of both that we navigate with too. Because you're dealing with the end entities.
The niggas with the white dreads? Was that them?
It was the dude who controls the train, and then there's like an algorithm of like people for robots who want to get into the Matrix, and like how there are people who are gatekeepers of what they allow in the Matrix and what they don't allow in the Matrix. Yeah, bro, Matrix 2.
I don't. Damn,
Go watch Matrix
10
2
years.
again. And remember
to
the
watch that
Indian
part.
dude with his Indian daughter.
Okay, I definitely
Right,
remember that.
right.
That really sat with me.
Yeah.
What was his function? Do you remember his function?
He was just like I forgot, he's like a computer code or something like that.
Yeah.
But like
that was deep. That was a very deep part of that trilogy, bro.
Yeah.
That scene with the Indian. I remember that so vividly.
yeah,
And I'm
like
like,
we dealing with that type of stuff too.
Yeah.
Of like there are entities and principalities that know how to exist outside the Matrix and still
Yeah.
want to keep us disengaged on those levels too. Because like you said, we are constantly having to go back between we know this is all some bullshit.
Yeah.
And we still have to navigate and put things in place.
Yeah.
Long term.
Are those? Is that the function of Indians in this universe? I'm actually thinking of like Indians from the Indian subcontinent, and I say all that because I had a dream. Man, no, that my dreams have been very, very revealing. I had a dream that like an Indian man was driving me off, and I was in the back seat, and he was just taking me off from course and where I needed to be. Yeah, that was it.
Hey man.
Yeah,
It might be what it might be an Indian. It might be what Indians represent.
Yeah,
It might be some energy that resonates with what you learned from Indians.
because you got to keep in mind, like the Indian, they have their own time, and
It might be like the Bhagavad Gita. You know what I'm saying?
no, for real, they've got their own. Their empire has been made contiguous for thousands of years.
Definitely.
Like I'm not gonna call them. They're not Roman.
No,
They're not Roman.
They're not Roman.
by any stretch. But they're their own spiritual empire and entity.
definitely.
Not necessarily. I'm not sure. Antagonistic towards what we got going on. Maybe rival would be a better word. That's the
I feel
time.
you.
That's the
Like
time I'm on.
like competitors type.
Yeah, maybe both.
yeah.
Like we don't hate each other because we both been here for billions, a lot of long time.
Mm-hmm.
But also like, okay, if you get your shit together, your kingdom's gonna usurp ours. So like, I'm not gonna just let you do that.
Yeah.
So
Like,
negative.
we're not against you, but we're not like.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah.
Yeah. And if I had the opportunity to take you off course a little bit, I'll do that.
Which is most of the world as a black man.
That's
as an Asiatic, bro.
That's everybody.
It's like yeah, we're
I'm not gonna put you on.
Yeah, we want to see you win, but like
I'm not really.
if it's you or us, we're gonna choose us.
Oh, facts. Oh, that's the truth.
Right?
No, for real. And I expect nothing. And I'm like I said, there's gonna come a point where like where we have to be. It's literally gonna be the ride or die niggas left, and are you gonna be with us? Are you gonna go with Rome? You're gonna have to make a choice.
I understand.
And I don't expect you to come with us.
Because Rome is complex as well.
Yeah,
Rome isn't monolithic.
by no stretch.
You know what I'm saying? It's not monolithic.
By no stretch. And I do want to talk about the spiritual dimension thing. Because this is okay. Now we're getting deep because time is, it's not, but now I'm like actually, when we're talking about dimensionality and existing in multiple realms at the same time, you open up a portal towards responsibility on multiple levels.
Definitely.
And what I have been, the deeper we go into it, and I'm gonna, so now I'm like going into Asyr Adam X. You know what I'm saying? Like Dream World Adam X. Like I'm trying.
Yeah.
It's difficult to like bring it down and have a conversation about.
It's
this
like
shit.
it's like Kang.
For real. Yeah. No. For real.
It's like Kang.
Yeah. And my experience in that realm has been like, I've come down from the heavenly heights into the Roman Empire spiritually to put in work to dismantle the universal dominion of Satan in all realms from the bottom.
Yeah.
You and I both. It's not just me, it's me and you.
That's the Christ consciousness.
It's you and I both.
Right.
And like literally, no, my dreams are literally me and you drop it into Roman Catholic Church and just fucking with niggas. It's like, okay, time's up. We're
Jesus
here.
wasn't. Jesus.
We're here.
Jesus. He was born wealthy and affluent, but he definitely engaged and was there at the foundational level. You know what I'm saying?
In the streets.
To be like, okay, to understand it then ascend.
Exactly. Yeah.
You're not here to descend. You're here to learn ascend. That is alchemy. You got to learn the lowest to become gold.
It's alchemy, and then start back from zero.
And then do it again.
And then that's what we're doing. It's like, oh, okay. We got it up here. We went to our little journey to Egypt.
Yeah.
Got the knowledge, got the meta nature.
The alchemist.
And then now, okay, back down to zero. Oh, Rome. Oh, okay.
Because that is the treasure.
Yeah, that is the treasure.
This is the treasure.
Treasure, weapon, tools, magic, all of it.
Yeah.
And just by exuding this energy, because we're talking about with Saturnalia, Roman shit, all of it, witchcraft, all being the same thing, all being packaged in the same thing. We have been affected by the spell of that season, unwittingly, but that's just what it is, because we're still under their time. But to counter that, one might say, oh, well, you should start doing your own magic. And I'm like, I don't need to do magic or look up spells. All I got to do is be Asyr, be God. That's our magic.
I feel.
That's our magic.
Yeah.
This is our magic. This communication, this energy we are exuding, this is all we need.
Definitely.
That's it. We just got to keep doing it. And we don't have to worry about, oh, well, I just got hexed and blah, blah. Oh, and we have those thoughts. Like, okay, I don't even think about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like when I see stuff, potentially blackness or dark, I pay that shit no mind, bro. When I feel things when I feel like I'm being attacked by these entities, I don't curse it. I'm just like, who? What? And keep it pushing, bro.
Yeah.
For real. That's how you handle it. I don't go ghost hunting.
Yeah, I feel you.
No, you know what I'm saying? No.
You go look under the bed. And
No, bro. Not on my time.
No, I feel you.
Not on my time. Because it's like the spirit of Christmas, by devoting your energy to it, you give it power.
Yeah.
And that's how these entities live. They live off your fucking energy.
Yeah, bro.
They're vampires.
They do.
So if you get mad or exude that negative hostility towards it, they feed off that. So, and bro, like my spiritual journey, it started like when I had my spiritual awakening, psychotic break at 25, when I was between worlds, and I realized it's like, oh, don't pay that shit no mind. And even when I was talking to my mom about it, my mom was like, we ain't talking that talk in this house, bro. Like I understand what's up, but like we ain't giving energy to Satan. You know what I'm saying? And if you talk, the higher you up you go, there are people that have realized this dimensionality to existence, the spiritual realm. And all of the shit is real. Trolls, demons, all that shit it's real on another level, but they all interplay at the same time and weave together. But you have the option of paying it no mind or paying it mind. And there's good and bad spirits and all of it. But the point is, you are yourself a magical, quote unquote, magical being, God body entity. All you have to worry about is you. That's right.
Which is the hardest battle, bro.
And it's very difficult. Very difficult.
You can get lost in all that stuff. Yeah. And like you said, give it your energy, give it your time.
Exactly.
Give it your mental.
Yeah,
and then what you got to show for it?
This ain't even like me like shitting on witchcraft. I have no need to. I have no need to even like learn or no. I don't care about spells. Like, cool. I could be attacked by them, but all I have to do is Allah is my spell. Allah's the only one. That's what it is. And you've seen the people that have gotten off course with Allah and just, I'll just do this goofy wizard shit, right? There's a lot. Crystals, wizards, all that stuff.
Yeah.
That is...
Forget that they just tools to help.
They just tools to help, but Allah's the greatest. And he's the only tool that you need.
Fact.
But if you want to take all these satanic detours and focus on them and idolize them before Allah, you're going to have a problem, bro.
Big problem.
You're going to have a problem. You have a problem.
Yeah, it's funny. Somebody was just asking me.
That's devil.
Somebody's asking me a couple days. That's
definitely
devil.
That's devil.
Like, when instability and like, feeling confused, and I beg the question, like, isn't I'm learning our stability is Allah.
Facts.
That's the stability.
Yeah.
These conditions are conditions. They come, they go, they change. Faith in conditions and things like you're still subject to whatever happens.
Yeah.
The
No,
only
for real.
stability is faith and your relationship with Allah.
Facts.
At the end of the day.
That's it.
At the end of the day.
That's it.
That is the only stability.
That's it.
That is the thing that keeps me stable of like, okay,
Facts.
whether I'm coming back to center because that's
On all realms.
yeah, on all realms, bro.
On all realms. Because you can call in Allah in your dreams. It's like, it's the same thing.
Stability doesn't mean that there won't be, rocky. Stability doesn't mean that there won't be earthquakes or floods or hurricanes or whatever. It just means you have a solid foundation and a strong root.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
So, like
Yeah.
ensuring that, like, at the end of the day, Allah's the greatest. Allah,
Yeah.
Is the focus, and
Man, and
that's really what time it is.
that's
bro.
that's the time that we are not going to get off that time. We can't
Yeah.
afford to get off that time. That ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna worry about no devil shit, no wisdom, none of that. But while you were talking, I had this cognition of just being on Allah time, and also realizing that people, instead of going on Allah time, they go on wizard, witch, crystal time and stay there, and that becomes their Allah. So they become the ultimate motivation for them to choose that route is to ultimately control something. You know what I'm saying? But we all know Allah is the ultimate controller. So you're putting you're idolizing yourself and your ability to control circumstances before Allah, and none of that's not even devil in a like judgmental word. It's just, oh, that's devil. That's just a deviation from Allah. It's a rebellion because you're not going with His will. You're going with your own ego, your own will. So, but I was just thinking about that, and then the nature of deception itself and lying being a spell,
Definitely.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I was just, when you were talking, I was like, oh man, like people get caught up in this idolizing things before Allah that becomes their psychology. They exude that psychology and they lie to you to get something. That's a spell.
That's a spell.
That's a spell.
Because people get caught up in convenience. People get caught up in their own laziness. People get caught up in fear of difficulty. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
The body and the mind creates defense mechanisms to avoid trauma. And sometimes the trauma of, like, well, what if I don't have enough money, or what if I don't do this, or what if I can't do all the whatever I want to do anymore?
Facts.
A lot of us start making decisions and forsake Allah out of fear that we won't be able to do whatever it is we want to do.
Facts, man.
And a lot of times, a lot of these things that we do is only to continue to sustain us doing the bullshit we shouldn't be doing.
Facts.
And disengaging from all of the bullshit will put you in a position where you either can't do the bullshit, or you at least have to acknowledge and look at it for the bullshit that it is.
That's real.
And then you either make the choice to do the bullshit, accepting and knowing it's bullshit, or you just don't do the bullshit no more.
That's right.
But a lot of the hamster wheeling is to just keep us in the bullshit.
Keep us in the bullshit.
Keep us in, like, a lot of way, like the way Rome works, bro. It's a circus. Keep you so engaged that you can't focus on Allah.
Facts.
That you can't take a step back and really look at what is really going on.
For real.
Because it's like, no, you gotta do this. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. You got this coming up. You got this coming up. You got this coming up. Yo, you got this holiday. Yo, you got this guy going on. You gotta spend your money on this. You gotta do this. You gotta get ready for this. You gotta buy something to eat. You gotta buy some clothes.
You gotta do this. Gotta go to your meeting.
You gotta go make money so you can buy Christmas presents.
Man.
Because if you don't make Christmas presents, then you don't love
your children.
You don't.
No, for real. That's how it's packaged. And then peep this, bro. When people say things like that, like, "Oh, well, you don't love me," like that's a spell in and of itself, man.
Because what we talking about love, or we talking about Roman antics.
Facts. Roman antics. Oh my God, damn, it's real. Man,
I know, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's a catch-22. It's a double on. It's a triple entendre, bro.
It's real. Oh,
because if you don't do the things, then you can't fulfill like you said, the entitlement Christmas is such entitlement, bro.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do. I'm not gonna say nothing, but the core of it has it has nothing. It's nothing scripture related. There's nothing related to
No.
scripture. I'll say that.
No.
It is not scripture related,
No.
and we know that.
No.
That's not even a stretch.
No.
We know it's not backed by scripture.
No. The Christmas season,
You know what I'm saying?
by no
like,
stretch.
By no stretch.
no
It's just scripture doctrine.
None.
Right,
None.
wrong, or indifferent.
It talks about the birth of Jesus. It does not say when. It doesn't say anything about the festivities and buying presents.
But
any of that bullshit.
That's the cold bar because it's so much association with the religious belief systems that to even like beg the question is at this point blasphemous.
Seriously.
Which is blasphemy,
Yeah.
right?
Man, and that in
Right.
itself is like confusion. Like to actually speak truth about the season is blasphemy, and the whole season is blasphemy in and of itself. Wow,
So what do you do?
that's a spell. That's just
That's a
man.
spell, bro.
That's a spell. That's a spell.
So it's like as much as like we'll get on the the people who go to the full left and just be with the metaphysics and all that. This other aspect is equally against like putting this important more than Allah.
yeah,
'Cause at least this is doing this in the name of Jesus,
Yeah.
not in the name of Allah.
yeah.
You know what
No,
I'm saying? In the name of these things and not in the actual. This has nothing to do with your spiritual relationship with Jesus Christ.
no.
This has nothing to do with how you move as a Christian.
Yeah, no, not at all.
At all. Let's be very clear, bro.
No.
This has nothing to do with your walk, your daily walk with Christ, your sanctification, your deliverance. This has nothing to do with none of that, bro.
No, not at
It's
all.
just it. And if you chose to do all this and chose to not spend any money and not get like if there, I don't know anyone, and it's not an doctrine or not like a doctrination, like a judgment, just like an observation, because I don't know people who celebrate it and focus mainly on the Jesus aspect and don't do the Christmas trees and don't do the gifts.
Yeah, no.
I don't know anybody. like that,
No, I don't.
Right?
I
So
don't.
it was like, yo, like I'm not doing
maybe,
that part. I'm just
Jehovah's Witnesses.
maybe
Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right. Which-
They are not with the bullshit of holidays. Now I really understand it. I get it.
And they get demonized and they get weird.
yeah,
Because they go
no.
to the extremes too. And they don't celebrate birthdays, nigga. They
Yeah.
don't celebrate, nigga. We don't care. We don't do funerals, nigga. We don't do nothing, nigga.
And objectively, now that we're having this conversation about all of these being spellbound trappings of Roman time, how am I going to judge them for that? I don't. I just like I respect that hard line, because at the end of the day, it's like
Yeah, they got a hard.
they got a hard line, bro. So
don't
does
celebrate,
so
no.
does nation. We all nation wars. We all have hard lines, bro.
Yeah.
They're hard lines, bro.
Yeah.
Hard lines. They're just known for their hard. We're all know.
The nation adamantly doesn't celebrate Christmas.
No, wait.
Oh, okay. The
na-
nation. The nation.
no.
Oh, okay. I'll just.
I mean, but we also understand
what
it's
I'm
like
saying?
everyone in the nation is in our circumstances. Like we have Christian families, and in order to engage them, it doesn't really behoove our self interest to be like, "Fuck you, niggas."
Yeah. Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So we definitely don't have a Christmas holiday ceremony at the mosque. You feel me? We got no Christmas trees, but a lot of us understand that we have obligations to our families who are not in the nation or not Muslim.
facts.
So that's what it is. So we
It's
don't,
like that approach. Like we're not gonna be antagonists. We're gonna just sit this one out.
we're gonna sit this one out,
Yeah.
and we're not gonna antagonize it because that's not gonna bring us closer to our people. And we're the duty is to deliver our people to God,
Yeah.
to the true and living God.
I know.
So it's not being antagonistic. Doesn't serve that. That doesn't serve our purpose. We could do it, but it's like banging.
I've experimented, like, not gonna say experimenting, but I've slowly divested to the point where there were years where like I just didn't buy anybody anything,
Yeah.
and nobody was mad at me.
No, man.
And then I realized, and I also watched people. I didn't buy anybody anything, and nobody was mad at me. And I watched people spend a lot of their money around me, and people were relatively happier at that time. But then the next day, life went right back on to normal. on December 26th. And I watch people spend a lot of that money and really, really kind of low key go broke on Christmas.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, woo, yeah, but like December 26th, you back broke.
Yeah.
And I didn't spend anything on anybody. And nobody hated me December 26th. Nobody was like,
Oh, man.
oh, fuck you. Fuck
No,
Tim.
bro.
He didn't buy us
Not at
nothing
all.
for
Not at all.
Christmas.
Yeah.
It was like,
Cool.
nigga, we get it. You
get
on that natural comedic moral science.
Cool.
Cool, bro, whatever.
Cool.
So then it was like you know, like you like kind of like you when your worst fear is like you kind of like you expecting your worst, not expecting the worst fear, but like the worst case scenario don't happen, which is everybody mad at you for not doing it.
When you make that bold choice, the worst case scenario never happens.
And it doesn't happen.
Never
because
happens.
people just people
Facts.
respect it.
Facts. It's fear. And it was the fear before you made that choice that almost prevented you from making that choice, which is how you know that fear is from Satan, because that intention, that big choice you need to make, that came from Allah, right?
Yeah.
So you know the fact that fear was delusion
Yeah.
of making that leap, of making that choice. It was delusion.
And it's like, who do you really serve? Do you serve Allah? Do you
Exactly.
serve man?
No, for
And
real.
that's just the hard part about, especially this year, because there are, people expect things.
No, yeah, exactly.
But I've made it very clear that like, I'm not going to bow down to emotions,
No, not at all.
and I'm going to stand my ground. And if you don't like it, that's okay. I can understand why you don't like it.
I understand.
But
You in Rome.
But you do understand. You are going to respect that I'm not going to do stuff just because of emotions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sacrifice my integrity, my beliefs, and forsake everything I say to be true just because I don't want to deal with these emotions.
Yeah. No.
Because then that makes me a bitch to me.
Thank you. Yeah.
To me, it does.
It makes you bitch.
It does to me.
It makes it bitch. And the thing is, but it's easier for us to talk about this and being like, oh well, I'm not going to do shit. But when we're subjected to the spell casting of which is just guilt
and shame, bro.
That's the spell.
The guilt and the shame.
They use the energy of this, the satanic energy of this season, and to project the judgment upon you, and you feel it. You feel the effect where you just want to be like, maybe I will just buy a present. You know what I mean? Like,
no, yeah,
you feel it.
Definitely.
No, but I had that feeling today. Like
I'll just buy it so I don't have drama.
Exactly.
So I can appease everybody's emotions.
Exactly.
But then is this a day for this is a day because like I said, this is a day for kids, like you said. This is a day for children, but is it a day for children or is it a day to keep you in that childlike mentality?
No, that's exactly.
That is the spell.
That's a spell.
And you associate love with how you felt as a child.
Facts.
Give me a toy so I can feel loved. People still want toys so they can feel loved.
Facts. For real.
Because you don't feel loved the whole time. You haven't been feeling love this whole time.
Yeah.
To the point where if you don't get something and you feel this and you don't feel loved on this day, then is it about this day or is it about feeling loved or is it about spending money? You get what I'm saying? What is it about then? Because it's such a nuance of shame, guilt, emotional manipulation, capitalism, paganism, and then and then the highest level, which is nigga, next week is a new year.
Oh my God.
So start this shit
Start
all
this
over
shit all over again.
That's the craziest wild.
We just rode a train on your ass. All of this shit.
Nigga, for real,
Oh,
nigga.
we just ran a train on you.
And
And, then now, New Year.
And with
Passive resolution.
shame and guilt.
Go.
You
Yeah.
wasn't shit last year. You didn't do shit last year. You ain't shit this year. So now you got to make resolutions and you got to change.
This is the tricks and trades of the Roman Empire, man.
Which is another
cold
which
game.
is the highest.
It's a cold game.
Come
bro.
on.
It's a cold game, bro.
And then New Year once again make you feel shamed because you ain't feel loved. Because you gotta spend this day with somebody. If you don't spend this day with somebody, then you ain't shit. You ain't loved. You got to spend money on New Year's Eve. Ain't free.
No.
New Year's Eve is expensive, and then New Year's Day is expensive. Parades, you know what I'm saying? New clothes, a whole lot of shit ton of alcohol.
Yeah.
Right, drunk driving, alcoholism at a high, because everybody drinking, everybody partying.
Facts. And that's the new year. Yeah. Yeah. And now that we understand the spirit of Saturnalia, these are.
Hey, can you pull that up and read it, man?
Yeah, let's read it. But these are. This is the debris of the rings that we're talking about, right? And it's no coincidence that we felt this debris heavy on Black Friday and Thanksgiving is when our debris started, which is why we haven't shot in a month.
Yeah,
for
definitely,
real.
Definitely.
Sickness, spiritual weakness, feeling attacked. All of that came heavy, and now it's not out of nowhere. Now I realize where it came from, the holiday season, where everyone's okay. Now we're talking about it's Thanksgiving season. It's the full the holiday season in full effect, and everyone's. What I'm realizing is when people's energy are committed to a certain thing, that changes physical reality. That changes things. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So whether we talk about being batteries for the matrix, we're giving your spiritual energy to the white images of God, right images of Jesus, all that stuff that powers physically and spiritually the entities who created that structure. You know what I'm saying? So by celebrating these seasons, people are devoting, and I keep thinking of the fucking dumbass Macy's Thanksgiving Day parade.
Come on, bro.
This shit is
goofy.
It's goofy.
What does it have to do with
It's some
Thanksgiving?
bullshit. It is goofy because I went up to my grandma's house and of course she was watching that cooking Thanksgiving and just very much part of it. But I was like, oh God, this is ridiculous and just childish and goofy and toys going up and down the street. And
Football.
Oh man,
basketball, the BCS championship game.
Oh man, all of it, man.
Christmas
at this part, man.
Basketball,
this
Christmas
part of year,
and whatever. Everybody come around, gather around, debate, talk about sports, drink, eat, put on some new clothes, spend all kind of money.
Yeah, man, it's a lot.
It's a lot, bro.
It is a lot.
It's heavy.
So
and it's very expensive, bro.
Yeah, very expensive. And now we realize spiritually taxing on us because we position ourselves to be not a part of it, but we by everyone in our universe being involved in it, we got caught up. We came caught up in it, bro. Caught up in that energy, and caught up in that energy to the point where the whole sickness and it all has everything to do with the manipulation of energy in your body. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when we get sick and we feel a certain way, it's like, this whatever is going on in this ecosphere, you can call it COVID. It's just, there's been an energy shift. There's something new that's been inserted. So, yeah, like I said, I'm having these are like the conversations I have in my own head all the time, and in the dream world as well. When I'm where I'm getting these answers revealed to me. So it's hard to actually fit out the metaphysical, spiritual, scientific specifics of this. But you get where I'm going.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
Yeah.
And like you said, at the end of the day, you have to the fasting part is definitely powerful because it forces you to remind yourself Allah is in charge of all of this shit, no matter what the.
No matter what, no matter how we feel, this because at the end of the day,
you got to remind yourself that because if not, you will get pulled into the chaos and get chewed up and spit out. And you look up and you got Christmas trees and decorations and lights and gifts and fillings and Santa Claus. We ain't even talk about Santa Claus,
bro. Oh, good Lord!
We didn't even talk about.
We haven't even talked about Santa Claus.
Because what the fuck is that? Right.
A fat ass obese white man that gives you gifts and goes down a goddamn chimney and flies around the world
with
on
reindeer.
A fucking reindeer,
with
bro.
Reindeer, bro.
And we tell children that shit is real.
And a special reindeer has a red nose, bro.
Man.
So we dealing with
oh my God.
a lot of different principalities all coming together. The Voltron of this shit.
Voltron.
It's 20 different stories at the same time, bro.
Lies.
20
lies.
And we know them all.
Yes, we do.
Santa Claus, Christmas trees, Jesus, and it's also the birth of Haru, and it's also the birth of Mithraism as well. So it's an undertone of comedic science, like I said, and it's the winter solstice, so it's the darkest time, and we still ain't read the Saturn thing.
I'm reading it right now. I'm pulling up. This is good. Saturnalia, man, is an ancient Roman festival and holiday in honor of the god Saturn, held on the 17th of December of the Julian calendar, and later expanded with festivities through December 23rd. The holiday was celebrated with a
12
sacrifice.
days of Christmas, Mo.
Yeah.
Come on, my nigga. You think this shit is?
Shit.
You just think this shit is?
Holy shit! The 12 days of Christmas come from Saturn. Damn, I never even understood that shit. Why is Christmas 12 days?
Cause it's fuck. Cause you're dealing with
What
the program.
And it makes sense. Like why are there Christmas on the 25th? And Jesus was born. Why is Christmas 12 days?
You gotta go around the ring, bro.
Oh my god!
And shoot your ass back to square one.
Okay. The holiday was celebrated with a sacrifice at the Temple of Saturn
Come on.
in the Roman Forum and a public banquet, followed by a private gift-giving, continual partying, and carnival atmosphere that overturned Roman social norms. Gambling was permitted, and masters provided table service for their slaves, as it was seen as a time of liberty for both slaves and freedmen alike. A common custom was the election of a king of Saturnalia, who would give orders to people which were to be followed and preside over the merrymaking. The gifts exchanged were usually gag gifts or small figurines made of wax or pottery, known as siglaria. The poet Calladus called it the best of days.
You understand? We're dealing with Temu. We're dealing with Temu energy, bro. We're dealing with we're dealing with the first aspect of Ra, the seventh day. What do you do at the seventh? Saturn is the end and the beginning.
Wow.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You're dealing with Saturn energy. You're dealing with the conclusion of the year and the beginning of the next year at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why they hit you with the 12 days, Christmas, New Year's. Boom.
Oh, man. Smack.
It's alchemy. You reached the top of the year. No, you didn't, nigga. You at the back. You at the beginning of the year. Goofy, nigga. You didn't go to another year. You didn't accomplish anything. You went from to the. You did it. Great. Literally, no. Boom. Back to square one.
Yep.
Back to back.
Back to
That's
back.
Saturn.
Back to back.
And you celebrate your own cycle every year, never taking the time to even process that we dealing with Saturn energy.
Yes.
But it's a whole ritual dedicated to Saturn.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. This is deep, bro. This is because what we're doing, we're tying in. We open up the Roman time conversation about talking about months.
Because we don't talk about Saturn a lot. He a cold nigga, bro.
No,
Saturn is the father of all this shit. He's the father of time.
Father of time.
And I understand that powerful time.
Yeah.
The father of time controls the time, and then boom, dictates your time, concludes your year, and starts your new year. And keeps you in his loop. Keep you in his ring.
Keep you in his rings. Keep you in his orbit.
Keep you in his orbit, bro.
That's really what it is. Keep you.
And
in
you'll
his
never
orbit.
get past this life until you get past Saturn's ring. They tell you will not go to the next dimension until you get past Saturn's rings.
That's right. That's right. And this, where we are right now, it's just okay. This is us, because we made the choices. We barely made from my visions of what I've seen. We made the cutoff. We did what we had to do. We made it on time. But this is the last pull. Not the last pull. We're always gonna have that the temptation to go back. But this is like the really last. Like, no, you niggas are not doing what you're gonna do. You know what I'm saying? No, you're in our orbit. The orbit being the Roman Empire. It's like, no. Oh, you thought you're really gonna do all this and take over and just no. Back here.
Yeah, nigga.
Back here. Here comes Christmas. Here comes the 12 days. Here comes Saturnalia. Here comes the lies. Here comes white Jesus, born on 25th. But just let's clear this. Jesus was born September 25th was the birth of Nimrod, who was I'm not sure which empire he was the ruler, but he is responsible for ending the empire the kingdom that Moses set up. Wicked ruler, born on the 25th, and I believe, based on what I heard the minister say, that Christmas trees come from his rule, and devoting energy to them is devoting energy to a wicked ruler.
Look it up real quick. Look up Christmas trees and Nimrod. Bro.
Okay, let's look it up.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause that's Saturn. I ain't gonna lie. I've heard about this Saturnalia, but it didn't click until you really read it.
Until I read Saturnalia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't like off the top of my head common knowledge that I connected Christmas with Saturn until you start talking about it.
It makes.
But it makes all the sense, bro.
Perfect
sense. It makes all the sense.
It makes perfect sense.
Because it's literally Saturn. It's literally Saturnalia, bro.
Within the it's 7. It's like, oh no, back to 0 in the same loop. Not a different, not a better, not a other level. The higher level of 0. No, back to the old 0.
Boom.
Back to the originals that you
December 23rd, bro.
Man.
December 25th, and a week later, you going right back to step 1, bro.
Okay, I'm getting ball worship in the Christmas tree, pagan roots. I'm looking for a specific Nimrod tree and the origin of Christmas. Okay, here we go. I'm not getting too much. The first thing was Philadelphia Church of God. Do Christmas trees honor Christ? What's the answer? I just want to see if they say no.
No, bro.
I hope the answer is no, but I want to see if a Christian church actually going to say this is some bullshit. Because they be having Christmas trees in church, bro.
Hey, bro.
Let's be clear.
I understand.
Let's be clear.
Churches very much actively Roman.
It's Roman, bro.
Bro.
It's Roman. It's Roman. And we went to church on Saturday night, and I was like, they were talking about having Christmas service, and it really hit me. It's like, oh yeah, you niggas is Roman. Like, let's be real here.
Which is understandable.
Yeah,
it's Roman, bro.
Yeah, it's Roman.
Yeah, it's like there's
Roman. He's Roman, bro.
And that's okay. There's no way around it.
There's no way around it. And I really felt like, oh, this is okay. Yeah, this is Rome. Like, this is church, but this is Rome, bro. This is Rome. Very much an essential part of Rome, of church. Bro, man. Speaking of, sorry, I'm not going to go on a tangent. I had another dream where I was rocking around with my children, and everyone was at church sitting down, not doing shit, being pacified, right? And I was running around, active, doing things, because that's you and I, where everyone's plugged in church. You and I are doing things to counter this empire, more or less. That's what we do. So I go outside, and I remember seeing just like the overarching entity of this specific church was the Catholic Masonic Center. That's what I said. Now, traditionally, Catholics and Masons, they don't get along. Because Masons, the core tenet of Masonry, it teaches you about the black man being God. That is like the quote unquote secret of Masonry. It's like, oh, black man being God, but it's our time to rule right now. So we'll keep him bamboozled to keep running our civilization. Mm-hmm. Catholics, they're more like, but the Masons is like, okay, but eventually he's going to become the head of the pyramid. Mm-hmm. He's going to rise to that knowledge and then be able to rule. Catholics like, okay, well, yeah, we know he's God, but fuck that nigga. The white man is God. So traditionally, Catholics, they actually had edicts about, you niggas don't touch Masonry. That's devil shit. Mm-hmm. So Catholics have actually had like official edicts. Catholics are not allowed to associate with Masons. Masonry, it's bad. Masons are just like, you do whatever you, God is one thing and religion is another. Mm-hmm. So it's more of from my opinion, a wholesome approach to administering society. Mm-hmm. Just like, okay, well, it's our time now. This is what really is. God is God. Mm-hmm. But we understand that religion is mostly bullshit. So the fact that I saw that the Catholic Masonic Center shows me is like, okay, maybe there's no more beef anymore. It's like, okay, well, we got to get along if we want to continue our rulership. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Yeah. And the church was packed. And I was out here, like I was the only nigga out here doing stuff. And my children were it ended with my daughter, like, taking me back to the church to show me a new pair of shoes to wear. Very symbolic. I'm trying to figure out specifically what that meant. I did need a new pair of running shoes. It could be as simple as that. But it's a very deep dream. Yeah. Catholic Masonic Center. And it's because it's packed. Full fucking house, bro. And before that dream, I was actually having thoughts of like, okay, well, I know Catholics and Masons are going to be beefing. They're going to be beefing. Like, that's going to be the destabilization of their empire, these two ruling orthodoxies and mindsets. But I'm like, oh, okay. Now they merged.
So which one's more important, power or
Facts?
You feel me? Running it or not running it?
No, seriously, and they're at that point.
If
where
you
like,
let the Asiatic man, we already stepping into waking up. So at this point, it's like,
are we gonna get along?
Yeah,
Are we gonna continue the power? Or are we gonna let these niggas take over?
are you gonna let the Asiatic man rise and are you gonna let all Seer resurrect or not?
Exactly, bro. So, from there,
Are we gonna continue to keep Saturn running shit?
for real,
Is it going to be Temu, which is aspect of Ra, and is it going to be Ra time? Is it going to be Allah time, or is it going to be Saturn time?
Saturn
Is
time,
it gonna
Roman
keep
time.
it on Saturn time, or is it going to be Allah time?
All right. Well, if we want us to maintain dominion over the masses, this is what it has to be. So let's get the fuck along. Let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing.
It got to, bro.
We have to. It's about, from their point of view, it's about survival of their empire. And as someone who wants to architect my own empire, I don't take it personal. I'm just like, oh, we in for some fucking warfare, bro. Mm-hmm. And that is what we have felt, starting with us in this holiday season. It's like, oh, warfare, just pure warfare. But let's provide more context for like the actual season of the season of Christmas, which is the winter solstice, which you explained about the sun, the star of Sirius, and being the darkest point of the year, and then also realize it's like the other counter, the resurrection, that quote unquote what they call Easter is the spring equinox. So it's both of these holidays and festivities are very much pagan. Not in a bad judgmental word, just like this is what it is: pagan Roman acknowledgement of metaphysical and planet phenomena.
Yeah, it's just which they learn from us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said, Saturn comes from Chronos, that comes from Tamu.
Exactly.
So these are still. It's not that we don't. That's why I don't. I know, like sometimes during Christmas, what I would do is I would go start some seedlings. You know,
That's a good idea.
like I would tap into the energy because the energy is here. There is no escaping the energy. That's why they're able to manipulate it and get us to do all these different things because the energy is very much heavy.
Yeah.
There's a lot of spiritual energy going on.
Yeah.
Winter solstice is a real thing.
It's a very, it's a real thing.
It's a real
real
thing.
heavy, but that's an opportunity, which is why it was advised to fast during this time and set your attention to allow the pressure of this energy to pressurize and compact your intention to spring into the new fucking year. Wow. I get it now. Because that's what a spring requires. What? Pressure to spring. So you need, this is how we utilize this energy. It's like we don't have to be out here doing everything. You know, we're like, okay, you know, we in that time.
Yeah, because we know at the end of the day, it's not a new year. It is their new year.
Exactly.
It's not a new year.
No.
It is the new flow. Is the sun going into a different trajectory
Exactly.
that they call a new year?
Exactly.
That's Saturn shit. You know, that's Roman shit.
Yeah.
But we ain't Romans, so we don't have to even develop that pathology of New Year. The New Year is spring. We know that. That's the beginning of the actual year. That's the resurrection, and the beginning of the resurrection is the summertime.
Exactly.
That's the actual time to actually grow and eat food.
Facts. But we can, since all this is, energy can be changed and manipulated.
Definitely.
And used.
Definitely.
No matter what it is, positive, negative. We just channel this energy.
Just channel it.
Just channel it, bro.
Yeah.
We channel it and we allow it. Man, everything that Dr. Pooh said was fucking real. It's like, man, you fast during this month to dissuade yourself from participating in the bullshit. And then you set your intention in line with the star of Sirius, who goes in a specific part of the galaxy, something about a black hole. And then all of these energies are used to compress your intention to spring into this, all of it, yourself, your intention, your goals, spring into this new year.
And Sirius is the star of the Asiatic man.
Boom.
It's all Sirius.
Your boy, Dr. Pooh's on one, bro.
Yeah, because they see it rise up right up the over of the pyramids.
Yeah.
That's how they know, okay, Sirius is risen again because you see the star right above the pyramid. The
Yes, sir.
pyramid is literally, you can see Sirius on the 25th, right above the pyramid.
So here's how we do it. Since we're feeling this pressure, which is not a bad thing. Before I was like, oh, this kind of I'm like, no, this is just evidence of, okay, the energy is working, it's doing its job. So how do we channel this energy? We set the intention, the big intentions for this upcoming spring, to balance that shit out.
Yeah.
Okay, you wanna press like that? All right, well, this is what we gonna do. You feel me?
Which is what a lot of politicians do.
Exactly.
Because like this is the time a lot of politicians, even last year, I learned it was like, yo, this is the time to start planning for the next budget.
Oh,
what you
man.
what you got going on? To move. Remember last year it was like, what's up, bro? What's really on the table for next year? This is the time.
This is the time, and this is the time for us to be you and I be setting our. And I've thought about it. No, it's time to set our intention.
Really creating projects.
Really
again,
create project and set our intention.
Yeah, facts.
Set our intention for this upcoming year and giving that the pressure that we're feeling. Like the sky's the limit, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Last year we was doing heavy campaigning around this time.
Heavy.
It was heavy campaign.
And now we're living in the fruits of that campaign and bringing that. So I'm like, damn, what do we want to intend for this next level? Given that the foundation is set for just fucking domination. So I'm like, oh wow. How do I? And I'm like literally thinking, I haven't had those. Last year I had very clear and specific intentional goals to accomplish. Now I'm like, okay, how do I level up last year when I'm already living in the fruits of what I did last year? Just barely though. Like it's still, I'm not going to say like the stuff I intended last year is official and it's, because we're still dealing with our projects.
Definitely.
Like our projects are not completed.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm still dealing with bringing those realities into reality.
It's just like birthing a baby. It's like you can plant the seed, but now the baby is actually coming.
Yeah, now it's coming, and then now we're okay.
It's like seeing the feet of the baby. Like, oh shit, it's a baby.
It's a baby. Yeah,
or
the crown of the head.
Yeah,
yeah.
We're like, it's definitely a new level. It's definitely materializing, and like you said, we're pulling it out of our imagination into earth. I feel like that's why we so tired and fatigued, because it's labor, bro.
It's labor.
It is labor.
It's labor. It's labor.
It's raw. It's Kepler energy, bro.
We're still pulling it down, the trappings of that realm from last year, and then now I'm asking us to be like, okay, what's the next pull down, nigga? You feel me?
Yeah, for real.
And we have to. We can't just be, oh no, continue. So I'm like, okay, shit. What, man?
Is the resources, the structures, the infrastructure, the contracts, the plans, the actual concept development.
Yeah,
is turning it from here into
for real,
seeing it, bro, and then go build it.
It's a year of the build.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. That's where it starts. So I'm thinking like, what? I'm just strategizing for my own personal benefit. What do I? Because last year I was like, oh no, I want this, and this, and it didn't happen how I thought it would happen. For example, like the 300 acres, like that piece of land. Like, but it happened in a way that was more aligned with our long term vision.
I mean, it's like down the street from those 300 acres.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I was like, okay, no. You guys are good. We got you right here.
Like literally, like 5 minutes from the 300 acres, bro.
It's crazy. So I'm thinking like, all right, Allah, you and I. Allah, us three. Allah, you and I. It's just okay. What's the game plan now? Now's the time to actually be like, okay, put that thing here, pray on it, work on it, use this pressure of Saturnalia to pressurize the spring of intention, and then when the time right, Aries series next year, whatever, we are really at the next level, and we're not in the rings. That's really what I'm concerned about, bro. Like, I ain't going back.
Yeah,
I ain't going back. You ain't going back.
It's alchemy, bro. You just gotta go. Back. Make sure you go into the first level of the new level.
That's right. And it's deep, bro. When you said when you talked about making decisions from fear, I'm like, that's literally the psychology of what the rings do to you, right? It's like it has you fearful because you're bumping up against stuff. You get turbulence, like, oh, I don't know, I can't do this, and then you make decisions on your ability. And it's like being cheap with stuff that you know you need when you can afford it, but you think that you can't afford it because. Man, it's bad. Right. So using not falling victim to these fear-based the fear-based debris of Saturn's rings to allow to change your thinking. Can't do that. Can't. But it's easy for us to say it right now. We're looking objective. It's another thing when we're in the debris of rings. We have to actually stop, or the rings debris. We have to stop ourselves in the moment and be like, I am making fear-based decision making. I'm making fear-based decisions right now. I need to chill.
Yeah.
I need to chill.
Because that's a trajectory, man.
Yeah.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Like Yoda, man. Fear leads to anger.
Yeah.
Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
Yeah. Man.
You feel me?
Yeah, no. Seriously. And I'm seeing, like, just in my life, like, certain being gung-ho about certain stuff, and now I'm not so gung-ho about it because there's just certain fears that have crept in. Now, whether these fears came from my own or just come from spells, come from other entities, man. And that's the nature of spell casting.
There's a lot of stimulation happening outside, bro. It's Christmas time, bro.
Man. Yeah.
Music, TV, commercials, everything all around you, bro.
Yeah.
Constantly telling you, hey, it's time to do this.
Yep. And then you have everyone's ethereal spiritual energy devoted towards, like, oh, what am I gonna do for Christmas? What everyone's part of this Roman fucking Saturnalia, bro. It's festive. Man, this Saturnalia, this festival. That's what it feels like. That devoted to gambling and debauchery. Drunkenness, gambling, debauchery.
Yes.
This is the season.
And then give gifts at the end of all of it, bro.
Man.
People are turned the fuck up right now too. And I feel that energy. Definitely that energy is very present. Yeah. The debauchery energy is very present, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna act like it's not. I feel that energy heavy.
Yeah, man.
Of like, bro, go outside, bro. Fuck this shit. Just go fuck it up. Go sabotage this shit. That energy is definitely heavy.
For real, bro.
Because and even that, like, it's known to be a depressing time for people.
Yeah.
A lot of people are depressed right now.
Yeah.
Christmas time it's not a pleasant time for everybody. It's a very dark time for a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
You know, even myself, it's thinking about my dad not being here.
Yeah, man.
Things like that. My auntie died on Christmas when I was like 11.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's midnight at 3 p.m. Right?
Yeah, bro. That's what
real.
I'm saying. Yeah, it gets dark.
There's no sunlight. Like, it's real.
Literally the darkest days of the year.
It's real. Yeah. So in addition to having intentions in alignment with, this solstice season, it's also necessary to lower our expectation about productivity. It's like, hibernation, right? And just go and just like, okay, campaign, but stay within. Don't try to do too. This is not the season to be doing too much.
No, facts. No, it's literally not. It's the time to rest and strategize, hibernate.
That's right.
Yeah. And put things in place for next year. I think that's really just the heavy, like, what are we going to do next year, bro?
Yeah.
Quote unquote. You know what I'm saying?
Labor. And you know what? I've been still, I think a lot of my, like, even my, my spiritual sickness has just been with trying to maintain that same level of productivity that I had in fucking Virgo.
Mm-hmm. And we can't.
Come on, bro.
It's not.
That's
you
insane.
can't. You can't,
That's
bro.
Insane. No.
It's not the time for that.
It's not the time for that. At all. No.
It's just not.
Time for warm food and kicking with your family. I get it. There's a reason why we all want to be together.
Yeah.
During this time. It's like, I want to be warm with my loved ones.
That's the natural thing.
That's the natural thing. That's not the Saturnalian bullshit. This is just the natural.
I mean, that's a part of the Saturn. Like, Saturn is like it's everything. It's gift giving. It's fun, pleasant. It's love. It's Roman antics. It's a mixture and a nuance of everything, bro. That's the power of it.
Yeah.
That's why it's easy to get into the bullshit because it is natural to want to do all of it. And it's an easy. Not easy, but if you know how to manipulate and control these things that are naturally good, and shift it in a way where it becomes self-sabotaging, then that's what makes it bad.
That's what makes it bad.
But it's natural to want to turn the heater on, get a cup of hot cocoa, shoot the breeze.
Yeah. Lay on the couch, watch it. Yeah. No, it's nice. Read a book.
Read a book, put a movie on.
Yeah. Yep. It's nice.
Yes, bro. I'm not against it. I just know it's being used and weaponized to my detriment.
That's right.
To create more shame and more poverty and not being at another level. It's created to send me back to step one again. Yeah. But right before I even realize it.
Yeah. And what I'm getting from this is we don't have to feel the need to match our productivity. And because in September, we was busy, bro. Busy.
Yeah.
And we don't have to lose the expectation of doing that in this time, bro.
You can't. Everybody's shutting it down, bro.
Shut it down.
It's everybody's shutting it down.
Shut it down.
Because this shit is quick. It's already about to be the 10th, bro.
Yeah.
It's creeping fast. Like, it's going to be the 20th in a week and a half, bro.
Yeah. It's here.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. And then it ain't shit happening. Most people just stop doing real business.
Work stops.
Yeah, bro. The whole month. It's just like, we're going to bullshit for like 2 weeks. But really, we're not going to really start no real projects. Not going to really do no real projects. Not going to really initiate anything. We're just going to just keep the flow going until the start of the year.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. And I think, a lot of my spiritual sicknesses came from going against the flow of this specific time. I was like, I don't have to go against the flow. Just set your intention. Use the pressure of whatever's going on to power and compact your intention, and do what you can do. Mm-hmm. Right? Don't try to run around and do everything. It's not the time for that. There's not enough daylight for that shit.
Literally, bro.
There's not enough daylight. The daylight's taking a chill pill. For real.
The sun is going in its conclusion, bro. Yeah, it's going down.
Yeah, so chill. Okay. I needed to hear it. I needed to hear that.
Yeah. Like Saturn isn't evil. It's just Saturn. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not anti-Saturn. I know where Saturn comes from, Temu.
Yeah.
It comes from our own concepts. We put some of these concepts in place.
Yeah.
And then you had the Romans come and the Greeks come and add their own things to our foundational relationships with the way the universe worked, and then manipulated and renamed it and set it in a way where, like, okay, now we can control this whole time flow thing. But the time is moving. They didn't create time. No, they did not. They just created their own their own paradigm of time.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
And then they've effectively put the entire world inside of it. And it works.
Yeah, it works. It works.
And it's the question we ask ourselves, like, all right, shit, we've got our work cut out for us. Because in order for us to have our own empire, we have to have our own time.
You got it, bro.
We have to. You can't skip steps, otherwise it's just like
it's the foundation of how we view everything.
Exactly. And I'm like,
there is no skip it.
There's no skip it. No, there's no skip it, and there's no independence without it. You gotta think. I had a quick thought about Haiti being free, but I'm like, you niggas is Catholics, bro. Heavy,
bro.
Heavy.
In all respect.
So I'm like, and then white people see that and they're like, you ain't free. You niggas work for us, bro. You in our time. You in our time. You in our white Jesus. You in our white Mary and Jesus. You in our last names. We own you. And until you start thinking like that and seeing power and time for what it is, you're just gonna be subject to everyone else's conception of it.
Dude, bro, for real.
Right?
Yeah.
So the first stop is awareness, which is what we're doing. Which is why you and I feel the spiritual attacks, because we're talking about the shit, the stuff that you need to. We're planting things in your mind that are going to set the base for the kingdom that is coming.
Definitely.
Like, we're putting it in your mind now. It's like, oh, you niggas really want to run shit? What about time?
Yeah, just plant the seed, bro.
What about time? What about agriculture?
Yeah.
Oh, you just want to be a king?
What about policy, man?
Yeah. What about governance? What about administration? Governance, administration, agriculture, time. This is the realest shit ever.
Saturn.
Yeah.
Saturn is the father of time, and he has a sheep. He's a farmer.
Yeah.
He's all the farmer's gods.
Yeah.
He has a whole sheath, bro. That's a farming tool. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
It's not like a spooky evil tool. Like, no, that's a farming tool.
Yeah.
That's where he has a sheath because he cutting down wheat, and farming, and controlling the way everything works through being a father of time, which is agriculture.
Yeah.
That is the father of time.
Man.
That impacts that flow. That's just
Alchemy,
the whole flow.
Father of Time, Saturn, bro. It's all really coming together right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
That's why 7 days.
7.
That's why most of us don't. That's why we know a lot about a lot of other ones, but like Saturn ain't really one of the gods that like we really be getting pushed to. You know what I'm saying? We don't really, talk about. I mean, we got a Saturn's Day, of course.
Who is this Kemetic? Is it Asyr, the Kemetic counterpart?
No, it's Temu.
Okay.
Or Atum. Some I know it as Atum.
Yes, sir.
But it's the first aspect of Ra.
Understood.
But yeah, when we got a Saturn's Day, but it's not like I said. It's just in front of us to the point where we're not talking about Saturn or like thinking about Saturn. No, the nigga's just controlling the week. The end of the week is the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
You end on Saturday. That's the day for yourself. That's the 7th day. That's the end of the month. We don't have a Saturn's month, but we take the last end of the month to honor Saturn, and we do a whole lot of antics around honoring Saturn, and we just listen to Saturn.
That's right, man. And I think now is the time to revitalize our intention. It's a time to take in the Saturnalian season. It's like, okay, in order to get past the rings, we have to intend. That's the prerequisite. It's like, okay, we have to intend. The intention is what will propel us out of the rings. Okay, so what are the specific intentional goals that are going to allow you to escape? And then what are the specific traps, relationships that you're going to cause you to look back, right? Mostly really relationships, bro. It's like relationships, fears. Oh wait, what about? That's my thing. It's the things that I have bonded to that are ultimately harmful to me. I keep looking back and being like, oh, okay, well, what? And the more you look at it, the more you give energy to it, the more it becomes palpable and real. All of a sudden, you're back at 0 at the same level. We can't afford to do it this time. Got to break free. Want to close it out?
Just close it out, bro. You got to break free.
Yes, sir.
That's it, bro.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent, the Most Merciful. All praise is due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds. The Beneficent, the Most Merciful, and Master of the Day of Judgment. Thee alone do we serve. Thee alone do we beseech for divine aid. Guide us on the right path, the path upon whom thou hast bestowed favors, not upon whom thy wrath has been brought down, nor upon those who go astray. Ameen.
Islam.